Today we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 best LEGO Castle MOCs of August 2023. This ranking is of course my own opinion and nothing more. All of the MOC artists in this video will be credited in the description below with a link to all their socials. If you have a MOC that you'd like to enter to be in this month's video, please feel free to send me a message on Instagram. The link will be in the description below. Without any further ado, let's get into the list. At number 5, we have the Enchanted Forest by fellow YouTuber and TikToker Lux.Bricks. The first thing that jumps out to you is his use of color. Everything from the different trees to the wizard's cottage is just wonderfully bright and playful. It really does feel like a classic fairy tale forest with different mythical creatures like mermaids, gnomes, and centaurs featured in the scene. And all of the trees look great, but I especially love the gray and lavender tree in the center of the MOC. The base of the tree trunk is extremely well sculpted and has given me some ideas for my own future trees. And if we take a look at the small character moments within the scene, we'll find a lot more fun details. The wizard works outside of his cottage brewing potions, the gnome is trying to seduce the forest elf with a flower and song, a traveler and squirrel enjoy the night with a campfire, and the centaur watches as the mermaid combs her hair with a fork. Just a ton of really fun details, and I really like what he did there. Lux mentions in the caption of his post that he plans to expand the Enchanted Forest in the future, so I look forward to seeing what improvements and additions he makes soon. Please go give Lux.Bricks a follow on all his socials in the description below. I think he has some videos going into the details of the MOC on his YouTube and his TikTok. Moving on, at number 4 we have the Lion Knight's Church by Lux.Bricks. Now, if you've watched my videos before, you might know that I'm a big fan of building styles that are similar to official LEGO sets, and this MOC encapsulates that style so well in my opinion. I could totally see this being released as a companion piece to the 90th anniversary castle. The medium nougat and dark orange roof just works so perfect, just as it did in the 90th anniversary castle, and I love the balance he found between studs and tiled surfaces on the roof. It can be a kind of hard thing to balance, but I think he got the texture just right. Another thing I really appreciate about this MOC is that he went out of his way to include a fully detailed interior. It's rare to find castle MOCs with fully furnished interiors, so whenever I find them, I have to gush about it. Please go check out Lux.Bricks and all of his fantastic MOCs over on Instagram, linked in the description below. At number 3, we have a modular harbor gatehouse by James over at Slimjimlego on Instagram. This is a section of one of his larger MOCs, a modular medieval harbor, which is really cool. This section is the gatehouse that has some wonderfully small but detailed buildings. Starting with the circular tower, we have a really simple but effective snot technique that gives a kind of curve to the tower. I believe I've seen Hachiroko use this in one of his own MOCs. And if you're a fan of the modular building series, then I'm sure you recognize that staircase build from the modular bookshop. I'm really happy to see this technique used here, as it was one of my favorite parts of the building experience of that set. The staircase leads up into the main tower, which is detailed with some masonry bricks and some dark tan plates for texture. He's also embedded a raven shield into the wall, which I of course adore. I absolutely love the simple look of this MOC. Oftentimes we strive for crazier and crazier techniques that require an absurd amount of parts, but this MOC just goes to show that simple techniques utilized well can make for an incredible MOC. If you want to see James's full harbor MOC and all of his other creations, please check him out at Slimjimlego on Instagram, linked in the description. And in second place, we have Winter in the Raven's Wharf from friend of the channel and fellow LEGO Castle YouTuber Edge.Bricks. Now, a quick disclaimer, this MOC is not complete quite yet, but you can follow his progress on his YouTube channel. He uploads a new part every few weeks and they're an absolute treat to watch. But today we're going to be looking at the two sections, being the Ravenclaw ship and the start of the wharf that includes a few highly detailed buildings. Edge.Bricks' style is my personal favorite when it comes to castle. Him and Kubrick have just nailed this kind of simple aesthetic. It's highly detailed, but not so detailed that it sacrifices structural integrity, which I really appreciate. It also, of course, is stylistically close to LEGO's own official sets, but slightly higher detailed. The Ravenclaw here, I think, is his best medieval boat yet. He made one a few years ago for the Black Falcons, but I think he has improved his techniques with this new venture. I'm super tempted to buy the instructions for the boat on Rebrickable, it's that good. And then the wharf itself is just lovely as well. The two buildings are close in style, but distinct enough from each other that they stand out. The sand green building is probably my favorite. I think it really stands out with the balcony on the top floor overlooking the water. It's just a really nice build. And the snow perfectly caps each surface in a very realistic manner in my opinion. I highly recommend everybody go check out his YouTube because you don't want to miss any updates to this MOC. And if you haven't, go watch all his previous Castle MOC series as they're always a treat. All of his socials will be linked below. And finally, at number 1, we have Castle on the Shore by MBricks52. I don't even have to say anything for you to appreciate how perfect this MOC is. The composition is just masterfully done, and the scale of the MOC is small but intricately detailed. This is one of those displays that I'd love to see from a minifig's point of view. It just feels like a world that you can step into. This is the absolute peak of LEGO artistic expression in my opinion. Also, his use of color is not lost on me. The dark blue roof on one of the buildings perfectly complements the dark orange tiling on the castle's roof. The white and light bluish gray walls are stark and is really what makes the other colors pop out to the eye. The whole scene is just a great representation of everything it takes to make a truly exceptional MOC. There's about 50 different things alone that you could learn from this MOC, and I hope to see this at a convention in person someday because just wow, I mean look at it. Please go give MBricks a follow on both Instagram and Flickr, linked below. And that concludes my top 5 favorite castle MOCs of August 2023. Again, if you want to submit any MOCs for September, please feel free to message me on Instagram, and I'll check out any castle MOCs made this month. Please go check out all the artists showcased today, and as always, thank you so much for watching.